Hi there, it's Pam Brossman here from Social Media Woman magazine, and it is my great pleasure to have with me as a guest today for the magazine the beautiful and lovely Mari Smith. Welcome, Mari.
Greetings, Pam, all the way from San Diego to Australia.
Woohoo! Now, I want to give Mari the beautiful introduction that she deserves, and she's had such a phenomenal 2 or 3 years. And I'm going to give her a proper introduction for those people who don't know her. So, Mari Smith is a passionate social media leader specializing in relationship marketing and Facebook mastery. She is a co author of Facebook Marketing An Hour a Day and an author of The New Relationship Marketing. Fast Company described Mari as a veritable engine of personal branding, a relationship marketing whiz, and the Pied Piper of the online world. With her popular blog at marismith.com, and you must go and visit it, is fabulous, and her large loyal following on both Facebook and Twitter, Mari is considered one of the top resources and thought leaders in the world of marketing. Mari, you are a huge center of influence, and your relationship marketing, and even though it doesn't even seem like marketing when you're online, has helped you become a huge center of influence. Those people who are just starting out, how can they become a center of influence in their own niche or marketplace?
Well, what's interesting is earlier today I was talking to my friend Michael Port, and he wrote the book Yourself Solid, and then also the Think Big Manifesto. And I 100% agree with Michael's philosophy on this in terms of consistency. Consistency, when you show up regularly, online and offline, and your message is congruent, and it's congruent with who you are when people meet you offline, that builds trust, that builds credibility, that builds loyalty. And people come to think, wow, well, this person's, if I need I'm stuck in this problem, I know I can turn to this person and they're going to provide a solution for me. So everybody has to start somewhere. And I think, let's say you just joined Twitter. This is like, take an imaginary person, a business owner, they just joined Twitter, they have no followers. And at some point, everybody started there. Over time, you're going to slowly gather followers when you're focused on quality and you don't buy into this whole message that's out there in some places about, it's the biggest score and the biggest, only the people that have giant numbers of followers that will ever make it. That's nonsense. It, depending on what size of vision and business that you want to grow eventually, you might only have 100 Twitter followers, and half of which, hang on your every word, and they're really targeted, and they're, you've carefully selected who you're networking with. Scale that on up over the years, and you'll get like someone like Guy Kawasaki, who hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers, and he, gosh, talk about consistent. I mean, he shows up every day, all day, with a vast amount of content. It's an overwhelming amount of content, but you can easily cherry pick. You can hand pick specific messages that resonate with you and that will resonate with your audience, and over time you can become a center of influence, scaling out and like these ripples. In fact, in the book there's spiritual connotations to the word influence. It's like I have this ability to spread out those ripples and really make a positive impact, and over time the ripples just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Wow, well, that's so then really anybody can start. And do you recommend that they start really in one key area of focus to become that key influence? I find some people start too broad
Yeah.
and then don't become a key influence of anything.
I totally agree with what you're saying, Pam. It's interesting because I've often talked about going a mile deep and an inch wide. You really drill down into this
Yes.
vertical focus, and you're really a specialist. So you have this, people come to you for this specialty. Versus, if often what people do is, you've just said too broad, they go a mile wide and an inch deep. And they have this vast array, and they say, what do you do? And they give you this huge big list of all the things that they could do, they can do, and say, well, who's your target market? Well, everybody, if they hug a mirror and they have a credit card, they're my client or my prospect. All due respect, I don't mean to be flippant, but I think it really serves people to think about the word focus as an acronym for follow one course until successful. And I've found over the years that that's what's really helped me. As you well know, Pam, I specialize in far more than just Facebook marketing. It took me a while to evolve and grow my brand beyond just Facebook, but from 2007 onwards, I was laser focused on, that's all I did. I didn't talk to anybody about anything other than Facebook marketing. and it's paid off, you know.
Now, Murray, I just want to have a quick question. I'm throwing a wild card here.
Okay.
What trends do you see, Murray trends do you see happening in 2012 that you think people should keep their eye on in regards to social media, either whether it's video, LinkedIn, Google Plus? What do you see as a key buzz to hang out around in 2012?
Well, I do think that Google Plus is going to be a major player and a platform to keep a very close eye on. One of the things that I'm really enjoying with Google Plus is how available the tech community is. The Google staff, the Google employees are making themselves available to businesses now that the pages are live, the brand pages, and they're doing like free webinars and they're teaching people how to use it. I mean, Facebook, to be fair, they start doing their Facebook Live and they do some of that, but even though the sizes are so vastly different in terms of user base, Facebook is massive. I don't know, the Google Plus will catch up for maybe 5 years, but still Google owns search, and if you're a local business and you have a place page on Google, and your place page then can tie into, in fact I think they're even allowing you to have just one page where your Google Plus brand page is your place page. So I think that local businesses are going to benefit tremendously from the Google Plus site. Video, absolutely. I think video technology, especially the amazing HD that we have in our smartphones now, and mobile. I mean, mobile is just unbelievable where we're going. More QR codes. That I don't profess to be an expert in this area, but like there's a RFID, whatever that is, where you zap your little cards, and whole conferences where you've previously logged in and registered through Facebook, and you might have like a little dog tag or some little wristband. You go up to a machine with a camera and you zap it, and it takes a photo and instantly posts it onto your Facebook wall, or stuff like that. And as far as like a Mari trend or a relationship marketing trend, I think 2012 is really going to see us yearning for more human in-person contact, and we're going to social media to create more offline events. But the offline events will be kind of high tech. We'll be streaming around the world more. We're already doing that now, of course, but I think just this whole essence of creating deeper bonds and connections with our marketplace through offline events, in person. I just was recently at Blog World Expo, and I think we're going to see more and more events that people will find out about online, and then they'll go and attend in person. So
fantastic. Now, Mari, your book is amazing, and I know that a lot of people are going to get a lot of value from it. Can you please share with us how people can find your book? It's available on Amazon. I'll have a link to it below the video, but can you tell people how they can hang out with you more and find you and get a copy of your book?
Sure. They could just go to relationshipmarketingbook.com. I actually have after chapter number 2, so they can and there's no opt-in, just a PDF download. Then there's some free webinars that people can tune into, 4 of those that come with the book. There's also free resources if they just go to marismith.com, click on book, and I have listed the book comes with a whole set of resources and templates and downloadable checklists. So even if they don't get the book, they can get all the free resources that are available there to help themselves.